Hey,
hello,
evening.
everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
good evening.
Morten, very good, almost.
You are, in fact, hanging from the roof. And
No.
we can't
Yeah.
hear you.
And
Hey,
you're muted.
Batman.
Yeah,
Once
Morten
again.
had a slight power outage 5 minutes before the show, so everything stopped working for him, and he's trying to sort it out at the moment.
Yeah,
Under
and he
the
forgot.
gravity, it seems.
And he forgot
Yeah.
how to unmute.
Morten, you have to unmute yourself.
Let's see if I can do
Or
it. I-
change the microphone to a new microphone in the
Hey.
settings.
Am I here now?
Yes.
Yay.
Hey.
Yeah, you're upside down, but you're here.
I'm working on that because this is my overhead camera, and that's really terrible because I was going to show today's price on my overhead camera, which I don't have as an overhead camera anymore.
You will have to just hold it up. But you're going to get an awful lot of blood in your head if you're going to do the entire stream.
Yeah,
that way.
I am just trying to figure out OBS while I am talking.
We are putting the amateur in the amateur radio on the European ham radio.
Maybe
show.
you should start with the ham radio moment, because the quiz will probably take half an hour, so we should get that out of the way.
Let's
Maybe
let's do that.
start with Jürgen. What's your ham radio moment of the week?
Yeah, there was no ham radio moment of the week, except I worked Kjetil in a park, and today I worked Morten in a park, and the week was very busy, so I had not much time to spend it on the radio. So, short story.
Okay, Kjetil, what about you?
Yeah. I've done some radio stuff. So let's start. I'm going to share my screen for once. I usually don't bring in photos, but if somebody can please open the
Let's
screen
see.
thing. Yes. So we start at the hospital. I had a lot of fun. I was at they're building a new university hospital here, and the ham radio emergency group, together with all of the other rescue agencies, were invited on a tour of this hospital, which is basically going to be the most modern one in the world, and really fancy. And they boasted of having Northern Europe's biggest bicycle parking slot as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
so
a
this was
photo of that one.
we were not allowed to see that, but so basically, well, we were there with Red Cross, police, fire services, and so on. Really interesting. Then I did a lot of North Hunt, driving around, activating cities and municipalities and such. Really fun. And then I did some POTA, late night POTA. I brought a campfire. I brought my radio. I brought the JPC-12 with the extended coil and extended whip, and I ran for 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, something like that. Really
Sausages or hot tea as well, or
nice. Just hot chocolate, basically.
Okay,
so
good.
this was lovely, and I ran some DX, some park to park with the States on 15, the guy in Brazil, like all of the fun stuff. Lovely to be out there. And today I had a little drive, and yesterday as well. So this is Haukeli in Norway. I did ham radio there, and this is down in one of the fjords. And this tiny little whip, the MA01 or whatever it's called, it managed to bounce over those mountains. These are 1,000 meters above where I'm standing, and run other people around there. So this is other way. That waterfall, I think, is the world's 6th longest free fall or something like that. It's an amazing scene or sight. So really nice.
What is that called?
Langfoss.
So, it looks familiar. I think I've been there.
And
Yeah,
that
it's
just and that just means long waterfall in English.
Yes, really simple.
It is creative.
Yes. And yeah, did some SOTA and got some Northern diplomas. So this been my week. Lots of simple, short activations, but a ton of QSOs, and been enjoying being outdoors and mostly being free again from sickness. So that's
Very
been
good.
fun. Yep.
Bob,
That's me,
what
I
about
think.
you?
Yeah, a lot less interesting ham radio week for Kjetil disappeared. Lot less interesting ham radio week for me. It's been really nice weather here this weekend, but my son has been sick. He had a really really high fever. He's almost 14 years old now, and so basically having to be taken care of is not something that's natural for a 14-year-old. But he was sick enough that he actually wanted me to stay at home and stick around and go to bed at the same time and him and whatnot. So yeah, it's like been taking almost 10 years back in his his life. So I haven't been hardly outside at all this weekend, but I did manage to do some other things. Let's see if I can share some. No, that's settings. That's not right. See if I can find something to share. I've been doing a bit of programming. I've been working on this, believe it or not, for the entire week. I've been trying to get MicroPython to work on the Liligo boards that we use for LoRa APRS. And today, just a few hours ago, finally, I managed to configure that LoRa APRS module in a way that it will actually receive and decode LoRa APRS messages.
Nice.
So this is interesting stuff that will happen hopefully in the future with this. Not going into too much detail of what it is that I'm planning, so that that way I haven't committed to anything. But that was a really good waypoint, because I've been struggling to get all the parameters right. These things, you configure them with something called registers, and I think there's about 64 registers, and each of these registers are divided into separate bits that you need to set to configure things, and pretty much all of it has to be correct for it to interoperate with other LoRa modules. So finally I managed. Big moment in ham radio for me. That
Awesome.
Let's see if we can get another picture as well. I managed to be out there a little bit because Kjetil did not get the memo. He told me about a new toy, and of course that made a dent in my bank balance. But actually, for the
We heard you typing last Sunday while Kjetil was demonstrating it. So
I feel guilty about what I started here.
this.
I just got to say, Joachim LB4LI also has one of those DJI Neos. I looked at it today. That was not smart of me to look at that.
The thing is, for that pack, I paid around about, I think, 4,000 Norwegian. That would be a little bit under 400 euros or dollars, whatever they're worth this week. And for the price, this is enormous value.
Yeah.
The capabilities of that thing, both when it comes to flying, automation, picture quality, which isn't great, but it's certainly great for that price. It's just amazing. So really looking forward to doing cool things with that drone going forward. And it fit then so perfectly into one of these little boxes as well. So with any luck, I can bring it on mountaintops without crushing it whenever I fall.
There are 3D printable boxes for it as well. That's much lighter.
But probably not as rugged as this one.
No.
So, but this box, it might look big, but this isn't big. If you put your hand over that drone, if you have a little bit bigger hands than me, you can cover the entire drone with the palm of your hand.
Is that the smallest Claes Olsson Pelly-like case?
Yes.
So
the case.
What is it? 30 centimeters times 20 or something?
No. Much smaller.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jürgen, for showing that. It's tiny.
It is tiny.
Yeah, that thing it's really, really
It looks so rugged that you think it's like half a meter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking forward to playing with that. That's my ham radio week, I guess. Biggest thing is clearly the LoRa thing. Looking forward to doing very cool things with LoRa now that I can actually speak to that module and interoperate with other LoRa APRS modules. Did you have a question, Morten?
Yeah, I just want to say that I don't know if it told that while I was upside down. It's kind of hard to concentrate while being upside down. But today's quiz is on Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord yet, hamshow.eu/Discord, and there's a channel there called Ham Quiz. And that's where you answer the questions, because it turned out that Kahoot had some licensing restrictions that were, let's say, a little bit too expensive for the amount of super chats we get here.
And as I understood it, you had a problem finding the channel, Jürgen. Did you find it eventually?
Yeah. I just had to tick this box, show all channels.
What,
For
It's
any
called
reason,
ham-radio-quiz. That's the channel name. And if you don't see it by default, on the top left side, where you have the European Ham Radio Show, if you click the drop-down arrow, you can tick Show All Channels, and then you should see them.
yeah, it was there previously. Maybe I unchecked
I
the
hid it.
box. Accidentally. Yeah.
Okay.
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 Who's
Quickly
next?
coming to my ham radio moment, maybe. Maybe you embigger me. I'll just have a slideshow. I make it quick, I promise.
Sorry,
though
wrong
it's-
button. Wrong button again, Tobias. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so it started with my Hard Rock 50 amplifier kit. It came without the power button, and a few standoffs were missing. So I ordered those from eBay because, complaining and getting them shipped over from the US for another $20 is just ridiculous. So I thought it's cheaper to get the missing parts from eBay. Then, how it starts? Well, it starts with winding your toroids. Then it continues with soldering in the toroids into the PCB. Next thing is you mount your MOSFETs and wire it in onto the heatsink with some thermal compound and wire it up. Then you do some more tidying up and do the adjustment of the 4 blue potentiometers here to set up the bias current. And then you are wondering, should I also hook up the ATU? And then I did a basic test first without the ATU. And in the meantime, the cat got a new carrier. That's a bit off topic, sorry. And she's getting used to her new backpack cat carrier. Today I basically wired in the ATU, and it threw me off at first because by default this ATU has memories, and my previous DIY ATU did not have any memories. So apparently the guys at Hobby PCB tested it with a SWR of 122. So everything when I tested it, it showed SWR 122 going into my dummy load, and I was confused. What did I do wrong now? But it was just the memory of the ATU. It was still having basically the test results of the sanity check of the ATU in.
Yeah, just a question there, because I've always been wondering. I have several tuners, but I've never gotten an answer to this actually. When you say it has a memory, does that mean flash memory? So even if you power cycle it, it remembers the tunes?
Yes.
Yes, I think, yeah. So basically, I don't even know. It probably has even more memory slots. I have not. I didn't get it with the IC705 interface, which was probably a mistake. But I thought I'll first build the amplifier, and if it
it'll tune no matter what you put into it, Tobias. I've had one of those. It auto-tunes.
Yeah, but I don't know if it has multiple memory channels per band or a single memory channel per band, right? So if you hook it up...
Sorry, it has more memories than I was able to fill when running portable.
That goes for all the tuners I've owned as well. They have so many memories.
Exactly, but I think the only tuner I own so far is the, what was it called? ATU 100, this little PIC microcontroller thing, and that does not really have memory for bands, right?
Nope.
So exactly. So basically, they tested this thing probably with I don't know, 25 ohm load or 100 ohm load, and made sure that it can tune on all bands, and then that was stored in memory on the probably PIC microcontroller here. And when I hooked it up then onto a 50 ohm dummy load, it showed SWR 122. Obvious. But one button press on the tune button corrected that, and in the end, it does 50 watts. The SWR seems to be okay. And of course, now I have to basically test all the different bands and see, did I make any mistake with my low pass filters, or are they all, is it all running within spec, or do I need like 1 watt on one band and 5 watt on the other band to achieve output of 50 watts? But so far it looks good. That was more or less my ham radio moments of the week.
I'll give you a small hint as to when you're running the 705 on the amplifier, because when I connected mine to the Neptune, I had really bad cases of RF getting back into the 705. So I had to put lots of farads on pretty much every cable going in between the amplifier and the radio. Anything that they shared, like power lines, whatever, I needed to put farads on there to get rid of that. It was easy to get rid of once you put the farads on, but without that...
Okay, what was the effect of that? Didn't work, or sounded terrible, or...
Sounded terrible, influenced the audio in absolutely a nice way. So you might risk that happening. It's easy to fix, but just...
okay, I'll clip on a few farads just in case. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's it. You can make me smaller now.
And I just got to say, I've had the Hard Rock 50. It's along with the G90, the 817, radios and related items I regret selling. And the thing is, though, I sold my Hard Rock 50 to buy a 2-meter transverter, which I never used, and sold and bought another, but not as good amplifier.
Yeah, well, I think I had the order out for the Neptune 50, but it somehow made a round trip into the US. Yeah, so the sender somehow did not get that I'm sitting in Germany. So they sent it on a merry round trip to the US, and when they realized that, they just refunded me, and I did not order another Neptune. So I ordered the hobby PCB Hard Rock 50 this time. But well.
Yeah,
it happened.
You should bring it on the camp out this summer. I can bring the Neptune. We can compare if you make your way up.
Let's see. What about your ham radio moment, Morten?
Oh, not so many ham radio moments this week, or a couple. I made a station controller. That is not really a ham radio moment of the week. That's just a touchscreen running a Raspberry Pi and a web browser in full screen, so not that exciting. But I went to Poda today in Sweden together with Joachim, LB4LI, and we managed a park-to-park with Whiskey 5 Papa in Texas.
Cool.
And that was
running
one of those
how many kilowatts? No.
running 100 watts and a ham stick.
Great.
But that was one of those QSOs that felt really good because he was about a 3x2, 2x3, somewhere around there, almost not readable. And I think
he was not very strong. Yeah.
No, I think we worked for about 10 minutes with two operators to get both QSOs through. Both got the park, and that just felt so good as the last QSO of the day.
What was that call sign?
Whiskey 5 Papa.
I think I wouldn't want the call sign like that, because if you tell someone you're Whiskey 5 Papa, they're going to say, yeah, and what?
I would say that it would be Whiskey 4 Papa would be better.
Whiskey 4 Papa, exactly.
And I just want to add one more thing before we go. I think it's Jürgen that's left for the ham radio moment, but let's see if I can switch to my intermediate overhead camera, because we got a prize today. It's this. It's a orange Quansheng UVK5
maybe.
Should we try and? I don't know how to do that. You have to do that, Morten.
I can do that, and this is flashed with whatever firmware was in fashion when I flashed the firmware. So I'm not really sure. Orange, not a lot to say, but not only that. Oh, that's a terrible angle. You also get this Abri. It's the biggest Abri antenna, so you can be really tactical with your orange radio there.
And just so you're aware, that radio normally is a 5-watt radio, but the orange adds 10 dB, so that is in fact a 50-watt radio.
Oh, at least 10 dB. And we have one more thing in the, as Steve Jobs usually say. Let me see if I can do that. I'll also put in some LB0 FI stickers.
Ooh, those are fancy.
Yep. So you just got to perform in the quiz, and you can win this.
I heard that a rumor that we are not allowed to participate.
We cannot participate, unfortunately, at all.
That is sad.
incognito mode.
Yes.
Make a
Yeah.
new Discord user really, really fast.
But we can come up with the stupidest answers to all the questions, right? To make it a bit fun.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to discuss here.
But Jürgen, what's your ham radio moment of the week?
Yeah, as I said at the beginning, there was not much. A little bit of powder hunting, a little bit of DXing, working you and Joachim today, and Kjetil yesterday, I guess it was. And yeah, my week was very busy, so not much ham radio stuff this week.
Yep. So you already done your spot while I was upside down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to
While
concentrate.
you are hanging from the bat cave.
Yep. I kind of lost my concentration a little bit when that happened. When I lost my camera 2 minutes before we were going to go live.
That is weird.
So, but the quiz.
The quiz.
The quiz.
The cat.
Let's start.
And then the quiz.
Yeah.
Cat showed up here.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a prediction when it comes to this quiz. I would guess that whoever got their license just recently would have a good chance of doing this quiz, because they will have a lot of things fresh in memory that we probably forgot. A lot of us.
I gotta say, everyone go over to Ham Radio Quiz channel in the Discord, and we can get going from there. We'll give you guys a couple of minutes to join up. And how
so
does
we're
this
using
work,
the
guys?
we're using the quiz code bot that you dug up, Morten, and
Bob dug it up.
I basically manually pasted all our questions from the spreadsheet into the app. And if I made typos, the questions will be wrong. And yeah, well, that's fun. So if it goes wrong, it's all my fault. And the quiz runs fully automated, so I can't stop it once. So you're hanging in there, right? We did a dry run in a test channel, in a private administrator test channel, and I saw a few bugs and fixed them, but maybe there are still more bugs in there. But we'll find out together, right?
Yep. So that is, and I see that Foxtrot 4 JSU, Remy has a question here in the quiz. It's what is ham radio? I don't think we're at that level. We're a little bit higher.
It depends, is the answer. No.
Morten, are you sharing the thing?
I can share. I can share the thing. Let me just press the right buttons here, and I can see if I can share that instead of just making myself full screen, which I've done a couple of times now. Let's see. Yep.
Hey, and if you do something magical to increase the font size, it's going to be a lot
How
more.
do I do that?
Control scroll
Control
wheel up.
plus, control minus.
Oh, it's that in Discord as well.
Yes.
Oh, this is old man mode.
Much
Yes.
better, and you can collapse the thing on the right, maybe.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Anyone?
Hmm?
How do you remove the
Sidebar, the
on the right?
menu.
Maybe you
Good
can just drag
question.
it.
I cannot. Let's see.
You can remove the people by clicking the persons button on the top right, next to search.
There. Yep.
Hey!
We're a little bit better.
Yep.
And
I'm
No,
not sure
you
if you
can't
can
get-
remove that.
No, you can't remove the rest. I think I tried. It's,
okay, we'll leave it like this, and perhaps just one bigger.
Yeah, it's big enough, I think.
Yeah. You can resize it. So like that. Excellent. And I'm guessing Tobias has something you need to paste to start this.
Yeah,
Is that
I have to paste the quiz play string, and then it immediately should start running.
And Joachim says I can cut the left side in OBS, but this is not running through OBS, so I cannot do that. This is just running through StreamYard.
Yep.
Okay, so shall we start or?
Yeah, I think we start and see whoever wins this.
Okay, so I hope I didn't make too many typos. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, and
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
quiz starts in 3 seconds. Hooray!
And
Yeah.
we've all put in questions here.
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
What does the Morse code dash dash dit 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 dash dash mean? 1 YL 2 72 3 73 and 4 again.
Can I do that again?
No, I'm not going to do that again. In case it's the wrong. In case it doesn't mean that. I don't know. I don't know dits and das.
Ivar, you have to click the button.
Click the button below. Not.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
So you don't give away the answer.
Yeah.
And you have 40 seconds left to answer.
Yeah. So please do not answer right in the channel. At least
Click
not
on the button.
Yeah.
We need
I think that one should
fancy, dramatic background music.
And you are going to say that nothing happens.
And we need
when
to
it
talk
clicks
about the
button.
question a bit. But I think this one is
Okay,
pretty easy starter question.
Let's see what happens. People say that nothing happens, but we're supposed
Yeah,
to
it
get a leader-
happens when the question closes. We should get a leadership board
And
in
then-
theory after
Then
each
we'll
question.
we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
We put the amateur in both amateur quiz, amateur radio, and amateur broadcasting.
I'm
Indeed.
sure it works.
Yes.
Yes.
Something worked.
but it doesn't say who. It doesn't say if
No,
we
that's
don't get a
just correct,
leaderboard now.
correct answer. No, yeah, that's true.
It
Is
didn't
there
show the leadership boards, but I didn't tick the disable leadership board. So I hope
Okay.
we'll get a summary at the end.
Yeah,
Hopefully, yeah.
hopefully.
Okay, well,
or
the
if
answer
not-
is 73, of
Yeah.
course. Da da di 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 da da. That's pretty easy to remember. I think even
Yeah,
if you're
we
not.
got
Ah,
it.
there
Here
it
it
is.
is.
leaderboard now.
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
I clicked just for testing.
Yeah. And as you can see, it's also timed. So a faster answer means
More points. Exactly.
Question 2. What is
Yep.
SSTV an abbreviation for? Steady Scan TV, Slow Scan TV, Steven Schmidt TV, or Scan Slow TV?
I think the last one there was a TV channel in the Scandinavia in the 90s.
And Jeff, you got to click the button and don't put the answer in the chat.
Yeah. Click the buttons, please.
Okay, so but in theory, it looks like the technology is working. You
Yep.
just have to make this now interesting for everybody who is watching the live stream, and especially for our listeners when this gets turned into a webcast,
I think
right?
this is our least podcast-friendly episode this far. And
Exactly.
We'll see what we can come up with as for comments.
And while we wait for question 2 to close, the leaderboard as of now is LB4 Lima India, first place with 947 points. LB8 Victor Alpha, second place with 933 points. And LB8 India Juliet, third place with 913 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it determines that. I think it's a correct answer, and how fast you answer. That's how it somehow distributes those points.
Yeah.
And
see
yeah,
the
even I got SSTV working in the end. I was whinging about it, but I got it working on my machine. So
And
thanks, Yetil, for pushing me.
And the answer is, of course, Slow Scan TV. We get
Yep.
another question coming up in 15 seconds.
Yes. And now I'm waiting.
Notice
Bob.
how I made a little of a break there?
Yeah. Next week, Bob, I would like to see SSTV over LoRa.
That would be next month.
And we have next question. What are the two new countries that will join worldwide bunkers on the air? Romania,
I hope
South Africa, Sweden, or Belgium? And there are two answers.
I hope
Yeah,
yes, that you made it so that you have to answer both of them correctly, right?
I ticked the two correct answers. What the machine makes out of it, let's see.
I think we'll do since this is a sliding scale, I think all the questions are on the sliding scale between 500 and 1,000 points. And I think we'll just divvy up and give you your fair share, depending on how fast and how many corrects and how many incorrects you actually get. I would guess.
Yeah, and for those who think that these ones are hard, it was actually posted in Channel General this week. So
And I just took whatever you put in the spreadsheet. So if it's completely wrong, I copied it just as it came out of the spreadsheet.
And as you can see in the leaderboard, we have a couple of climbers here. Kevin, November Zulu 1 India, is up onto 4th place. And it's only a couple of points behind 3rd place. So keep going, Kevin, and you'll get there.
Yeah, it's getting close. So...
Yeah, and it was a bit hard to come up with how slow or how fast should this quiz go. But we ended up with, I think, 90 seconds per question.
Yeah.
So,
and
who wants to read the answers?
Romania and Belgium. So, and Kevin is still climbing up to 2nd place behind Joachim there, and it's getting close in the top. And another question. A 394 centimeter long quarter wave antenna is resonant on which band? Is it 20 meters, 15 meters, 17 meters, or 11 meters? And don't worry, guys, there's gonna be a trickier question than that coming on later on.
I would like to know the velocity factor of the media that is 300.
Yeah, I think a few of our questions were very generic, right? And if you're a nitpicker, you can say, well,
yeah, but for this one, like the velocity factor has to be very off to move between 15 and 20. Like otherwise, it would be half a meter difference.
Yeah, but that's let's say RJ 58 has a velocity, but
Do you use whip grease or no whip grease? That's the question.
It's close enough. That's the answer here.
Yeah.
Remind me not to.
I can say that the velocity factor to get the correct answer is 1. In fact, so
So
and remind me not to have you on my quiz team at any time.
Charlotte, we will not contact Ofcom.
No, you have to do that yourself.
And Kevin, I think you can actually change your answer. That's why it doesn't do the difference.
And it's of course resonant on 17 meters.
Yes.
And I just realized we have 2 chats going on at the same time, the YouTube chat and the Discord chat. And Steve's in the house. And Steve, you have to join our Discord to be able to participate. It's hamshow.eu/Discord.
Yeah, and that's because the Discord quiz tools were all ridiculously expensive. So we are cheap. We have to do it the budget way.
We have another question. Which of these prefixes does not belong to Norway? 1, 3 Yankee, 2 Juliet Whiskey, 3 Juliet X-Ray, or 4 3 Zulu?
Yeah, and that's the absolute 0 points questions for me because I'm a geographic imbecile.
We actually discussed this week, Tobias, and
thanks for the explanation. I appreciate it, Morten. But you can maybe repeat it once the answer shows up.
I will, and I just got to say that one of my favorite books growing up was my Atlas.
Yeah, but say like if you're trying to go to 3 Yankee and you end up in 3 Zulu, then you've done something really wrong.
It's just 1 character distance, right? It's no problem.
Yeah.
It's not very. It's in. You have to answer in Discord. You can still chat on YouTube though, just to make it extra confusing for us who produce this show.
Yeah.
And there are 15 seconds left for those who still haven't answered.
Yes.
And we're almost a third into the quiz, so it's going to be exciting to see what. How the leaderboard looks now. And it's of course 3 Zulu, which is not Norway. And Kjetil, which country is 3 Zulu?
It's Poland.
Yeah, I thought I got some really good DX first time I heard a 3 Zulu, and it's
same
Poland.
Here. Same as the 5 Papa, which is Denmark. Really exotic. No, just Poland.
And Joachim is still in the lead with 3,852 points.
He really wants that handset, right?
we're on to the next question here. And that closes in a minute, actually. What mode is used for weak signal communications? AM, FM, FD8, or single sideband?
That depends.
But
Are you doing the nitpicking now?
Yes.
Kjetil, can you just explain the 3 Norwegian prefixes there?
Yeah, 3 Yankee is Antarctica, so it's Bouvet, Dronning Maud and a few other places. And Juliet Whiskey is Svalbard, Juliet X-Ray is Bjørnøya, and Jan Mayen, which are Arctic islands that Norway has.
Yep.
What is CW?
Exactly.
CW
I just copied your questions, right? But CW compared to what? Is it better or not? We'll discuss it in a second.
No, we can just stop. We
Let's
can't
make
throw away
another.
the answer.
We need to make a separate show for that again. Why XX is better than YY? Yeah.
Yeah. And Joachim says that he's just thinking about me and cheap shipping. Joachim lives in the same town as me, and we're members of the same club.
Yes. Did you see the private chat thing, Martin?
I did not.
Yeah, good. Hello, 45 Auto. Welcome to the madness.
And
Hi there.
Jürgen gives away a second UVK5 for the second place.
And that's transparent.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the answer is FD8, and we all know that is better than CW.
Yeah,
No,
because we
but,
did a show about that one, right?
Yeah, and the
No, just
leaderboard,
kidding.
Joachim still in first place, Øystein in second place, Kevin in third place. Question number 7. What is one common use of a low-pass filter? 1, remove harmonics, amplify signal, prevent lightning, or improve audio. And Beamy's got a very good question here. Is it an AF or an RF low-pass filter? Because that could actually
Question. Yeah,
it's
it's
RF.
HF, right? That
It's
was
an
the HF
RF.
question.
Yeah, it's an RF low-pass filter and not an AF
Yeah.
low-pass
I was
filter.
actually thinking that when I saw that question. I forgot to mention it. That's
Yep.
yeah. So
Yep.
I should
But,
actually,
well.
considering what I've been doing for most of my life, pick that question up pretty
that's
easily.
one of the reasons.
It's
I
one
didn't
of
pick it
your
up.
questions. Well, shame on you, Morten.
Yeah. I'm sorry
Okay.
for forgetting that CW one for the previous one, but it would have been really hard to ask which was the one you select for weak signal when it's FD8 versus CW.
But we have a stream about FD8 being
But we
better
could
than CW.
have selected both as a correct answer. So next time we'll do
Yep.
that. Yeah.
And you can see there, Charlotte, she learned about filters a week ago. One tip there, do not use a notch filter when you're doing CW.
Why?
Not auto dodge filters removes beepy noises.
Oh, yes.
And I just want to say that the correct answer is remove harmonics. If it had been an audio frequency low pass filter, it could also improve audio.
Depends on which frequency then.
Yep, it depends on the
Maybe.
frequency. Joachim is still
Hey,
on first place. Kevin is up to
we have a
second
new
place.
second place. Yeah.
Yep. And question number 8. What does SWR show? Output power, interference, antenna match, or modulation type?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
that is one
let's
of the
see
questions which is a bit generic and you could argue about the answers, but I think, yeah.
I think that there are 3 obviously incorrect questions.
Exactly. And one you can argue about.
Yeah.
and I see we do have a couple of climbers in the bottom of the leaderboard. Both Pat and Jeff are on their way up.
Nice. And other ones just keep their spot, but they don't go down as well. So that's nice.
Yep.
I think we have also a freedom units question coming up, so there might be some advantages
Yep.
for our American viewers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you guys like this? Do you think it in the chat? Do you think it works fine, or is it fun?
Yeah, it's a bit annoying that it runs automated. It would be much nicer if we could time it manually, right? Because then we could have a bit of a banter and then say, yeah, let's go to the next question. But
knowing us, that would mean we have time for exactly 3 questions. So I think it's
And
so
Steve,
you see it as a benefit.
Yes. He wants to know if anyone can send him an invite for the Discord. Just go to hamshow.eu/Discord, Steve, and you'll get your invite from there.
Yep.
Or even just Hamshow EU and click on the Discord link.
Yeah, link in the YouTube chat.
And SWR me shows antenna match. Got a couple of another question. This goes really fast between the questions. If you quadruple your transmit power, how many S levels is that? 6, 10, 1, or 3?
Yeah, and the additional complication is now you have to press the right number that matches the written word. I think we have another question like that. Yeah, so this is really taxing our viewers.
And I think people like this, so I don't think this is the last quiz we'll do.
But maybe we could also do a fun one, right? I mean, Callum, the guys in the UK, they did a fun quiz once, so maybe we should make a fun variant as well.
And Andy says we only need 60 seconds, and I agree with you, Andy.
Yep.
And it could be faster so people couldn't Google, but if you answer fast, you get more points.
That's
right.
So it's a question of how good you are at Googling fast.
Yeah.
You just link your ChatGPT bot to your Discord channel, and
I was just
there you go.
We had 16 questions, right?
Yeah, pay me 7 more to go.
Yep. And you increase your S level by 1 if you quadruple your transmit power.
And a quadrupling of transmitted power, that is the same as 6 dBs, which is 1 S unit. So.
Yeah, and thanks for correcting my mistake when I came up with these questions, Bob.
And Paul is up to 2nd place. Kevin is down to 3rd place. Renee has another question. Why do so many have set their audio to emphasize higher frequencies when using single sideband? To sound friendlier, to boost intelligibility, to achieve a balanced transmit signal, or to save battery power.
Is this transmitted audio or receive audio?
Yeah, transmitted audio.
Transmit audio.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We have to be more precise in the future.
That's right.
Christian says here he can't do the quiz in Discord while following the stream on YouTube at the same time with Android, and we're sorry about that, but we can't afford to do a proper platform for the quiz.
Yeah, it's the good ones you can use that they cost a lot of money, sadly.
Yeah, and we would need a lot of super chats for that. And by the way, you can give us super chats in the just below the streaming window here.
I think for the next time we should look for a bot where you can actually answer in Discord chat. That it shouldn't be impossible to create that, and it's hard to think that nobody created that already. So we should look and see what we can find.
It is possible to find. It's not an issue. Must be something in Nightbot or something that can do that, so it shouldn't be a problem. So
and Hamman CT says we're doing a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I have a question for that. You say emphasis higher frequencies when using SSP. Usually you are on HF radio when you're using SSP.
But these are audio frequencies, and the correct answers are to boost intelligibility and to achieve a balanced transmit signal. And the leaderboard,
because I mean the usual male voice has a lot of lower frequencies, so in order to get your transmitter to transmit from all, let's say 400 hertz to 2 hertz, however you set it up, you boost the high frequencies, and then you get you use basically all of your spectrum for your SSP transmission.
And we have another question here.
Not very well explained, but I hope I Next question.
What is the speed of radio waves approximately, Bob?
No, that's not the question I had. I would say through what medium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it 300,000 kilometers per second? Some really large number in yards per hour, warp 1, or a sick number of feet per second?
There were
And
some-
just to answer my own question, this is in a vacuum.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just in my head then.
No, in your head, the speed of light is slower.
Yeah.
And that was not an insult, even though it sounded like it.
Was that a compliment or an insult? I'm not sure.
Neither. It's just common knowledge. So,
And Red asked in Discord, "What is a warp?" And sorry, we can't tell you that at this point.
we'll tell you in 10 seconds.
Only Trekkie can answer these questions. Trekkies.
Yes.
No, they do that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have warp speed in Star Wars as well.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. They do FTL.
Yeah. I
And
can
the
try and answer the
correct
warp speed.
answers are 300,000 kilometers per second and warp 1.
And
Nice.
warp 1 is to the speed of light what Mach 1 is to the speed of sound. So
Yep.
Yep. We have a couple of movers on the leaderboard. We have Jeff, who's moving up, Pat, who's moving down, and Eva, who's also moving down.
I find it interesting that an American moved up on the meters per second question, and a European moved down on the meters
Yep.
per second question.
And question number 12. What is the best portable transceiver? Is it any device that fits in a backpack, a TS990S? It depends. Or the device that you have with you?
I have a really big backpack, so I can fit a lot in there, and I say that would not be a happy hike.
If you fit all those in, yeah.
Yeah, like say like a IC 7700 or something like that.
I would say that there is actually only one correct question to this answer.
Yeah, 990S.
I may be in a minority, but I would say there's only one correct question to this answer.
So let's see what
Correct answer to
happens
this
here.
question. Yeah.
But it also depends on how you do portable.
Not the way I see it.
No, but you're not built like the rest of us, Bob.
No,
Yeah.
not even slightly.
Some people do like portable with a car.
Yeah.
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 If you want to challenge yourself, you can do SOTA with the TS990. Yeah.
And Red says no flex. No, I don't think a flex is a good portable radio. I tried it as a field day radio. It is not the ideal field day radio. And there are 3 correct answers. It's any device that fits in a backpack. It depends, and the device you have with you. And Bob, what was your answer?
If you don't have the device with you, it's no good for portable operations. Simple as that.
A couple of movers now. Benji, LB31BK is up, and Beamy, DB3MI is also back. And question number 13. And we have one spot at a really good rate left for the 2025 TEHRS POTA meetup. But where is it? Is it in Wisconsin, in Friedrichshafen, in Åland, or at Bornholm?
Yeah. That is.
And
That
you
would be
remember
funny if I
one
selected the
spot.
wrong answer there, right?
One spot left at a really good rate.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give away the website right away. We'll wait till the timer has run down to 0.
Yeah. And since
And,
everybody has now joined our Discord, it would also be incredibly kind if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are at 111 subscribers. And once we reach 1,000, that will help Morten pay the StreamYard bill. So
we need a couple of more things because we are not at enough watch time hours. So if you guys want to watch all our old episodes, please feel free to do that. So we have 20 seconds left here. Let's see if everyone has figured out where we're going this summer. And we are 17 participants right now.
Nice.
So,
pretty cool.
Okay, so maybe in the
let's bring it up
future,
to
let's
18.
do the questions a bit quicker, but show the answers a bit longer or something
Yep.
like that.
I think
don't know.
that's
Maybe.
smart. And the answer is, of course, Bornholm. And please remember that you can still sign up. One place left at a really good rate.
So that's the 6-person shared room, or was it?
6-person shared room, yes. We have Pat, who's moving down. Charlotte is moving up and is on the leaderboard. Benji is also moving up. And how many spots are left at our good rate for the TEHRS meetup? Oh, this should be an easy one for you. Is it 0, 1?
That was
2,
not
or
our
12?
most brilliant way to think about that, right?
Yeah, and also since you have the numbers staggered here.
Yeah, that was very clever of us, right?
Yeah.
Full points for spoiling that question.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And those were my questions, so I should actually have remembered that.
Yes.
Yeah, you were hanging upside down earlier, so that is excused.
That is my excuse. But
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to wait now for the timer to come down.
But in the meantime, guys, check out hamshow.eu/meetup. And you can read all about it. And if you're really quick, because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to sign up after this, be the last one to get that spot.
Yeah, and it's really nice to meet up. I think all of us here have met each other, at least in some sort of combination. So that is very fun. At least most of us have met some of the others. So that's fun.
Yep. I think the only one here I haven't met in real life is Tobias.
You should just drive down to Friedrichshafen and meet him.
Yeah. And the
That
answer
means
is
I have to make it to Friedrichshafen again. Okay.
The answer
well.
is, of course, 1.
Yep.
We kind of gave that away. Hopefully it will be 0 soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we have a couple of people actually moving down after this question.
Ooh.
That is good. It's Renee's moving down, and we have another question. The 1575 inches band is also known as 20 meters,
Come on.
40 meters, 160 meters, or 2 meters.
Yeah, I would Google that, I must say.
But you have to answer quickly, though.
Yeah, well, in 90 seconds you can Google that, I think. Thanks, Google. Exactly.
But you should have done this in fractions, like Americans don't do full numbers,
No, I should have done that in fractions, yes. But
yeah. But
So
this is
1575 and 3/16. That's what you meant? All right.
yeah. So this is really nice for the Americans in here or the ones from Britain. They used
because we know that
Imperial,
the ham radio bands are obviously not in meters in the non-metric countries of let's see, Liberia, Myanmar, and what's the last country that doesn't use metric? Help me out, guys. No, North Korea uses metric.
Yep.
Could it be the United States?
Yeah. No, that is it's interesting that they stuck to that, and they're not bang on either, on wavelength. It's roughly there.
Yep. And William can't do fractions, but he's 50-50 on that. And the correct answer is 40 meters.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to see the leaderboard of this one.
Yeah.
So just the conversion is about 40 inches to meter, isn't it?
I am not sure. I need to Google that.
Kevin is up again.
Kevin is up. Jon is up. And another question. If you hear the prefix Papa 5, what is it? Is it a North Korean station? Is it a station in parking garage P5? Is it most likely a pirate, or is it a Polish station?
That is interesting.
I have no idea. I seem to recall that was on the test round, but I honestly don't know.
I didn't do the test round.
Speaking about pirates, I just remember in my early FT8 days, there were a few pirate stations doing FT8. And if you accidentally call them, they will answer you 15 million times, but the QSO is not advancing, right? So you will be marked in the history for the next 5 minutes as the idiot who answered the pirate station. So that was me.
I did that to some of the strictly pirated call signs from occupied Ukraine. I would just answer them and just stop the dialogue, and they would answer me back, I think, as much as 80 times to try to get that dialogue to continue forwards. And after about 80 times, they quit. So I answered them one more time, and they.
So it was you. So I was talking to you. No.
No, I didn't pretend to be from there. I was just answering one of the pirated call sign from occupied territory. So
that is one of the nice things about the WSJTX Enhanced Edition is that you have an ignore button for calls.
We have.
I think I put that fake call sign into the filter by now so that I don't see it anymore.
It can be a North Korean station, but it is most likely a pirate. And we are done.
Oh,
and
very cool.
Let's do the leaderboard here. We have, in first place, Joachim, Lima Bravo 4, Lima, India. Thank you, Joachim. I do not need to ship that radio to you. I could drive over to you.
Hand it over on a parking lot, on an anonymous parking lot.
Yep. Second place, Kevin, November Zulu 1, India. Third place, Lima Bravo 7, Papa Juliet, Paul. Fourth place, LB9, BJ, John. And you can read the rest.
Yeah, I see that Lima Bravo stations are really well represented here.
They're really smart people, the Lima Bravos.
Yes. And there's a few guys that place in 19, 20, 21 who clicked by accident or
and I can see that Bob did not do it really, really well.
I have an up arrow next to my name. I don't know why that is. Did I start off at -1?
Exactly.
But congratulations to Joachim and Kevin, who will both get their UVK5. One with the tactical abri and one without the tactical abri.
Yeah. Kevin, are you going to Dayton? Maybe you can answer that in the chat.
And I think Kevin,
because
send Jürgen just a message in Discord.
Yes,
and, you guys
send me a message, or my email address is good on QRZ. Send me an email. Because nowadays it's cheaper to fly to Dayton, and I will hand over the radio to you.
So
then send it.
I just read. I'm reading Beamy's Al Bundy comment here, and I'm actually at a point in my life where I actually understand Al Bundy much better than I did when I watched the show. But let's stop the Discord here. And
damn, he hasn't aged well.
And November Zulu 1 India. That's Hammond, Connecticut. So he's not going to Dayton.
Okay. He's on Discord. He's telling me I can give the rig to third place.
And let's see who was the third place.
Who was the third one?
That is Paul.
Lima
Bravo 7, Papa Juliet.
Yep.
So
Paul and Joachim, congratulations on your new radios.
Thanks for hamming it forward.
Yeah. Yes. I just got to ask Ham and CT, are you also in the groups IO for the station controller? Because I think I saw the same comment there at some point. Let's see. Paul wants to regift it to fourth place. Fourth place is LB9 BJ John. John, congratulations.
Yes, if you're very unlucky, you have something to dismantle.
Yes,
if this goes on.
I'm far down the list.
Yeah, I was going to say about these radios. We have some really people that they don't put up with crap when it comes to amateur radio in our clubs, and they're actually pretty happy with these radios for the price.
Fox, I got an idea. What I personally would do, I would give this to the 7th place.
7th place. Charlotte, yeah, that is a good idea. Is that good for
If-
you? Let's see, who was actually the winner of the radio? Was that?
Now it was John.
John, are you good with that? And
No.
John,
Oystein, Renee.
Yep. Let's see. Yes, Jonathan, you are late and you missed the quiz, and there's no way of redoing it because this was live only. But you can also watch the replay and see all the fun questions we had.
And it was fun, so we're going to do it again another time.
Oh, absolutely. It's okay for Renee and Oystein. So then we're just missing the 3rd place. So we'll see in Discord who wins this. Send you again a message, Paul.
John answered in the quiz channel. He's fine with that. So
yeah. Okay, Charlotte, congratulations with your new Quansheng.
Hey,
yeah.
more radios.
You need one more toy to play with, right?
Yeah,
Right.
And you can flash firmwares on the Quansheng.
Yeah, indeed. There is already a custom firmware on it. I'm not sure which version, but yeah.
Yeah. And Charlotte
we
posted
go.
in Discord that thank you. I love this community.
Yeah.
And Joachim, my radio has whichever firmware was in fashion the week I flashed the firmware last. So
but
I'm
it's
not
so
really-
easy to flash these things. It doesn't come with the flash cable, Morten. That's the question.
I can throw in a USB-C cable.
It's USB-C.
No, wait. No, you don't. No, wait.
No.
You don't.
No, you
flash-
need the 2 prongs.
The
Can we-
camera
ca-
file, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
I think Joachim has one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We're past the hour already. This went by really fast, and we really got to do this again.
Well, actually, we timed it quite well. 1 hour 02. That
Yep.
is better than I thought it would end up.
So, Joachim and Charlotte, congratulations on your new radios. Joachim says he has a few of those cables, and if not, he knows where I live.
Yeah.
That sounded like a threat.
Yeah.
I know where your house lives.
And Charlotte loves tinkering, and it'll never work again.
I think they're hard to break, aren't they? With the flashing.
They are hard to break, and if you break them, they're not too hard to replace. They're about
To unbreak, right. You
Yeah,
just
they're
need the cable with the USB serial adapter in the cable, I think.
Yep.
Don't know
Yep,
if Jürgen has a spare one of those.
That depends how you break them, Tobias.
Okay, well, breaking by flashing, I meant, not breaking by aches.
Yeah.
And
Maybe,
I can tell you about breaking. The Abri does not survive a fall of about 8 meters down to rock, but a Baofeng does.
Yep.
I dropped them both a couple of years ago at a Soda Summit, and the Baofeng was almost just as fine. The Abri did not wear well with that fall. I think we're about done now.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bit
Yep.
chaotic, erratic, but I hope it was fun for everybody.
It went by
was.
really fast, and it's been great. We got to do this again at some point next week. Let's see, next week. I got to find the cheat sheet here and see what's next week. Next week we have another Norwegian prefix. We have members of the 3 Yankee 0 Kilo Bouvet Island expedition coming to our show and talking about the upcoming the expedition.
Nice.
So that'll be great. Hopefully, we'll get some good insights on how they're planning it, logistics, what is different this time compared to the other time around. And Hammond, Connecticut, new member, congratulations and welcome. Thank you very much. So we're going to talk about the 3 Yankee 0 Kilo the expedition next week. And not only about it, we're going to talk to 2 of the members that are going. And on that note, see you guys next week, 7-3.
7-3.
Bye, guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye.